Jury Duty, the new courtroom comedy series that has taken the internet by storm, came to an end on Friday, April 21st, after its unwitting star, Ronald Gladden, discovered that he'd been well and truly Truman Show Ed. Created by The Office's Lee Eisenberg and Gene Stupnitsky, Jury Duty follows the inner workings of an American jury trial via the eyes of juror Ronald, who doesn't realize that everyone except him is an actor. Over the course of 8 episodes, Ronald, who believes the film team is shooting an educational documentary about the legal system, has to contend with his eccentric co-jurors. Whether it means keeping Barbara awake during the trial, being No's wingman, bringing Todd out of his peculiar shell, or taking the rap for James Marsden's giant crap. The final episode saw the producers determine that they had successfully found their hero in Ronald, who was awarded $100,000 for simply proving himself to be a genuinely nice guy. Did we all melt when he showed Todd A Bug's Life? Fans, of course, want more, but given the premise of the show and its popularity, it would be a tricky one to pull off again. It would also be a tough feat finding a new hero as compelling as Ronald, who effortlessly won over the producers, cast and everyone who watched. Fortunately, the producers are eager to give the show another shot and have a few ideas up their sleeves. But what will a second season entail and how could it work? Here's everything you need to know. Jury Duty Season 2 potential release date. When could we see it? If Jury Duty could somehow pull another season out of the bag, and we really hope it can, it will probably be a little while before we get to see it. Sorry, folks. Speaking to USA Today, executive producer Cody Heller explained that the show required a whole lot of planning before they could even begin filming. Aside from writing the script and casting the actors, who then had to spend weeks rehearsing in order to pull off the elaborate ruse, Heller said that they had to spend some time finding the perfect hero. This meant sending out a vague Craigslist ad recruiting eligible jurors for a documentary, before narrowing down the 4,000 applicants and conducting some interviews. It then took a year for Jury Duty to hit screens after it wrapped filming. If this is all completed by the end of this year, we could see a second season of Jury Duty by the end of 2024. However, considering the time it'll take to perfect everything, 2025 looks more likely. Jury Duty Season 2 plot. Is another season possible? Jury Duty has gone viral online and it's the show that everyone is talking about. So pulling it off again without being rumbled will be challenging, but not impossible, according to executive producer Nicholas Hatton. After all, it wouldn't be the first time a show in this type of vein has succeeded. Netflix's Too Hot to Handle sees a bunch of horny 20-somethings sign up for what they think is a 4-week sexcation, only to discover that they are forbidden from any kind of sexual contact. It's had multiple seasons with the format switched up each time, so the cast has no idea what they've gotten themselves into. Of course, Jury Duty is wildly different to Too Hot to Handle and requires a lot more time and planning, but Hatton happens to have some expertise in this arena after working on Borat's subsequent movie film with Sacha Baron Cohen. In fact, they pulled it off so well that they even managed to pull the wool over the eyes of Donald Trump's lawyer and former NYC Mayor Rudy Giuliani. Discussing the similar approach they would take with another season of Jury Duty, Hatton told Deadline, "We could do more, but it won't be the exact same format. Tweaks will need to happen because the process of finding these wonderful real people involves a little bit of subterfuge and hyping up tracks and sort of pretending you're something that you're not. So you have to use a slightly different process every time and we have to keep that very, very secret." He added, "There are many more worlds of Jury Duty and many more iterations of it, and I think it can go in any number of incredible directions. We have some things we're picking up right now which is really exciting. It's a wonderful proof of concept, I'll say." Jury Duty Season 2 cast. Who could be our new Ronald? Sadly, the wonderful cast of actors used in Season 1 probably won't be used again to ensure that the hero doesn't twig the charade. Even if they haven't watched the show, it would be too risky. Most importantly, another season needs a new hero, specifically one who can live up to Ronald. With Ronald on this show, we really wanted the audience to root for our hero, Hatton said. We really wanted them to have a connection with Ronald. We didn't ever want him to feel like he was the butt of the joke. With Ronald, we just had that intuition, going to meet him and during interviews, that this is someone who has a core sense of decency and likability. It might be tough to find another average Joe who can bring the magic Ronald did, but if they've done it once, they can surely do it again. Jury Duty, the new courtroom comedy series that has taken the internet by storm, came to an end on Friday, April 21st, after its unwitting star, Ronald Gladden, discovered that he'd been well and truly Truman Show Ed. Created by The Office's Lee Eisenberg and Gene Stupnitsky, Jury Duty follows the inner workings of an American jury trial via the eyes of juror Ronald,